good time on your trip? We've missed you. To celebrate your return home, everyone's got some special gifts for you. Of course, I got you one too. I hope you like it. I'll be waiting for you at home.
Hey kids, I trust you've been well. The miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollow still hasn't cleared, and since Wi-Fi Peninsula is also a major production area for porcelain ore, I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
Isn't the spreading miasma more worrying than the air quality itself? Do you have any plans to address it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main topic. But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma and the dangers still posed by the Exaltists. Miasma is a natural byproduct within the Hollows, a unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether, producing even more powerful ethereals and sacrifices. That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon, but the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's all because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices. And now miasma is spreading rampantly within the Hollow.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Wi-Fi Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
But the Exaltist actions are still harming the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula, and the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil once and for all has finally arrived. Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer Ferox secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Wi-Fi Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Wi-Fi Peninsula have been significantly restricted. But investigations and operations by the city government in Wi-Fi Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in. A defense force unit, led by Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Wi-Fi Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
The Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in Wi-Fi Peninsula before, so why'd they show up now?
Wi-Fi Peninsula is a key porcelain production area, after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, everyone is eager to claim a bigger share of the wealth and influence it provides. Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer, Lucro, and the two often work together. With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Wi-Fi Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General would greatly benefit his dealings within TOPS.
Sounds like a power game between TOPS and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this opportunity to take out the Exaltist remnants?
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Wi-Fi Peninsula. Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porcelumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunque's summit can act directly this time. But for you, Phaethon...
Yes, Phaethon, a legend among proxies, an outlaw of the underground, the last disciple of a secret research institute, Mayor Mayflower's wondrous right hand, the one who saved the Void Hunter from the brink of collapse. It's my time to shine again, right?
To be honest, I won't need all those people helping me. But you're right. It's time for the protagonist to take the stage. I spotted the name Obal Squad on the Defense Force's unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support. Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolde, who worked with you during the investigation into the Exaltists in Porcelumex. I assume you're already well acquainted with her.
So, we'll be taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as Special Holotech Advisors and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations during your visit with the Defense Force. Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult-to-remember titles, but sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the ones you came up with a moment ago did sound a lot cooler.
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any real headway.
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance. The specific plans and arrangements will be up to you two to discuss with Isolde and Obal Squad. Well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission ahead, so let's keep it brief. Once again, I wish you the best of luck.
Hit city center out of nowhere. Without support from the Obsidian Division, they won't hold for long.
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
The track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid. This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us. We must hold the line.
Magus, you're late today?
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us. Still, they've got a point. Tardiness is unacceptable, soldier.
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad assembled.
Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup! Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup!
Fall back, Orpheus!
Fall back! No, no, we have to kill it, whatever it takes! Get back!
I'm from Yunkoi Summit. We'll hold the line from here. You can fall back now, comrades.
Everyone, we can still save them.
And the civilians, they're right behind us. We can't back down. We cannot fall back!
So, is this the end? Revenge. Against what? The Hollow? Against everything. I've already lost everything.
Captain? Captain Magus? Nagus? Nagus, were you dreaming again?
Intelligent constructs don't dream. It was just leftover cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
It's a good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times. Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty, and stop eavesdropping on me.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep-talking again. But given how you're always right behind me, it's kinda hard not to overhear.
It's not sleep-talking. It's echoes of residual signals from the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your, whatever that was during self-diagnostic mode again.
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. I mean, my self-diagnostic ran longer than expected. It feels like some kind of bad omen.
Are intelligent constructs superstitious too?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got that I can actually rely on. Enough breakfast chit-chat. Time to get ready for this morning's operational briefing, Orphe.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltus stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumex, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltus communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel. Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obal. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations.
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obal Squad. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obal Squad in the operation. Per the agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow. The Exaltists have long plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Split Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation Codename Blitz and Aegis. Obal Squad, gear up and get ready!
Obal Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Blitz Squad, in position!
Aegis Squad, report your position. Do you copy?
Copy, Captain Maggie. Aegis reporting in. We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes. Landing at Blitz Squad 3 o'clock. Primary objective? Rendezvous with the mayor's envoy.
Must be someone pretty important. They've got Obal Squad handling the pickup.
Or if you leave the front line...
They're very powerful, but also a very nice person. Oh, so what sort of person are they exactly?
Let's save the chit-chat for after the mission. Stay focused on the battle. The envoy and escort team are inside the building up ahead.
Fire's ready!
By the way, why are we meeting inside the hollow? Captain Magus is all about action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat scenarios rather than listening to someone introduce them. We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target? How many people are we talking about here?
Hey everyone, forget the titles. Why don't you all just call me Proxy?
So this is the amazing Mr. Phaethon that Trigger and Soldier 11 were talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned, right?
Trigger was definitely talking about the renowned Mr. Phaethon.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned. For villains, it would be...
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obal Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments, but don't mistake that for me seeing you as a hero. Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Obal's mission, or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side.
I hope so.
Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done, that's not bad in my book.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Obal Squad. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military. Can a proxy with no combat experience really handle such an operation?
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11. Sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. That's how Soldier 11 described the proxy. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections. That wraps up the mission briefing. Don't fall behind, Proxy.
There are more enemies than we expected.
Agent Squad, report your status! Agent Squad, come in!
Oh no. Still no response.
Electro...
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
This squad is pinned down. Agent Squad, do you copy?
Enemy reinforcements spotted to the northwest.
Agent Squad.
Seed and the others should be okay, right?
The fastest way to restore comms is to disable the nearby jamming devices.
Looks like the miasma around us is getting thicker.
Ether activity is rising around us. Keep an eye out for stronger enemies.
Roger that.
Open fire!
Put me in. I'm ready. Copy that.
Wrong time.
We're circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target. Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Starting to Blitz Squad, do you copy? Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
No, the speaker's all buzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the Captain ASAP. I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the Captain have met up safely. Seed, don't go darting too far ahead, okay?
Count on me and Seed Senior.
Increase firepower.
Not over yet. The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests.
Agent Squad, come in!
Agents reporting in. We read you loud and clear, Captain.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment.
Materials keep emerging from the miasma.
The life reserve of miasma.
Squad. Are there any ether transmission terminals inside the control room?
Run! New objective. Shut down the ether transmission system! We're time to blast them!
Engaging head on. Show no mercy. Time to pay you down.
Look! Pretty firework!
Remote support. In position. The ether transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
We eliminate the remaining enemies and head to the meeting point. Time for us to show them what we've got, OP.
Yes, Captain!
Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Roger! Aegis Squad has successful... Those things look like coffins. They're kinda creepy. Huh?
The unknown device. Now analyzing. Network communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array. By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
Those are ether reactors made by Porcelumex. To be honest, they look pretty ominous.
Porcelumex? That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
And thanks to the Envoy for all his hard work, too.
You all carried the operation. I was...
Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex inspection.
I remember. Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too. Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted, someone worth trusting. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first, and then Seed Senior told me.
Seed Senior. Is that the name of your mech?
He's not a mech. Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs. You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must be quite knowledgeable in this field. Did you attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obal Squad's comms channel, also seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11. You dummy.
Being able to tune into both Seed's and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time. I have to say, you really are something special.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
Still, winning over these girls might be easy. But as their commanding officer, I have to assess you with the utmost caution. All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies they didn't have time to evacuate with. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for, Proxy.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates unknown to the Defense Force. But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's scales are like magic. Sounds way more impressive than a carrot.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway, you're confident you can catch up with them, right?
I got this. Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There's 8 in total. 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. Zero. Now we're all clear.
Obal Squad. All enemies eliminated.
The rambling old man is a Little Seed's trophy.
The final sacrifice is about to begin. How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Do all the Exaltists talk like this? It's really hard to understand.
Seed, make him shut up.
Foolish unbelievers!
Hey, Seed Senior. You've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't exactly a priority.
What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator, which often drives them to act unpredictably. Even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason, The miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting new Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction. Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers!
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them? I know how to throw around grand quotes too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because you're one of them?
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon, specifically the section designated for Magus.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not yet.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties, Captain Magus.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Phaethon.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura and the factories that produce them are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No, not just Lemnian Hollow. According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Waifei Peninsula. Over 300 of them.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division would just end up as monster food.
We have to get this information to Command immediately. The Exaltists' actions may be far more dangerous than we had anticipated.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy, there's still no solid evidence to confirm that all Obscura have sacrifices in them. The Obscura devices I saw in Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either. More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
The proxy has a point. But there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Waifei Peninsula. We need to organize thorough inspections and patrols as soon as possible. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
A fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone, stay sharp and proceed with caution.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant.